You didn't think I had the answer to your problem when it comes to selling products? Well, I do. Thank you for tuning in to Building Better Brands. I'm your host, Rezon Harris. And we have something special for you today. There are two types of people who will tell you that you cannot make a difference in this world. Those who are afraid to try and those who are afraid you will succeed. Ray, go forth. This one came from a message that I received on one of the podcasts. And the question was, how do you sell, or how do you differentiate the sell when you're in the MLM? When you're in a multi-level marketing company and you all have the same products, you all are getting the same marketing materials, and you're essentially getting the same plan of action as far as how to market yourself in this space. How can you step it up another level? How can you bring more money in? Yes, I said more money. I know people like to hear about more money. How can you bring more money in when you're in a business like that? So here, get your pens, pencils, paper ready if you need to write it down. If you're an Audible learner, I just need you to turn your ears on. Okay? And what I'm going to do first is uncover what the issue is. And it's not really an issue, but it's an issue when you're trying to differentiate yourself. The issue is that most marketing material, when it comes to a product, only talks about the benefits of the product. So if you're in the health field, and in this sense, it was nutrients. So you have your teas, you have your supplements, you have waist trainers, so on and so forth. And most of the marketing is centered around slimming the waistline, getting that six-pack ab, getting those inches off of your legs and from behind your arms, stubborn belly fat. Most of it is physically centered. When you look at the Instagram account or the Instagram accounts or the Facebook post, most of it is centered around seeing someone's before and after image. And then it's attributing that before and after image to the products that the people are marketing. And that's cool because you're going to make sales like that for people who are physically motivated, right? Person who says, man, I want my body back. And you're going to make sales off of that. But then you'll have people who aren't physically motivated. Some people can't even see themselves with those type of results. So you showing them someone who has those results trigger a sale. And so you have a person who could very well benefit from your product. You can see it. Everyone can see that they can benefit from it. You're very sure that this product does exactly what you're telling them that it'll do, but you haven't identified with what their need is. Their need is less of a physical nature in this instance. In this case, their need is less of a physical need. Some people will need you to break it down into an emotional sense. What do I mean? Instead of saying in every marketing placement, instead of saying lose inches, drop 2 or 3 waist sizes, get that stubborn belly fat. Instead of going that route on every advertisement, go into the emotional aspects of what weight loss does. How about feel great again? Tired of getting headaches? Tired of being tired all the time? Tired of unexplained aches and pains? See, when you go into your product a little deeper, you'll find that there are other aspects that you can use to market to your advantage. Obviously, you want to go ahead and you want to do the research. But most of the research is already available to you. You just got to look a little deeper, right? And so what you do is you make it hard for a person to say no, because you're presenting them with an answer to some of the things that they've questioned in life, right? At its base level, marketing is asking you a question, whether that be verbal, whether that be by the use of images, whatever it is asking you a question and answering that question for you and giving you the product that can cure or solve your problem. The best products are answers to a problem. So what problem does your product solve? Not just for the physical part of the person, but for the mental aspect of a person, for the emotional aspect for a person. You want to pull out all of those things so that when a person is looking at your product, if they say no on one front because they can't believe that they'll ever receive the same results or the same satisfaction from a product, then what you do is you take it another route and you let them know the emotional benefits, the health benefits of the product. Don't give up. Just because a person says no to a product doesn't mean that they will always say no. It just means that at that time you hadn't found that thing that made them say yes. So here is another tool for you to use to get them to say yes to your product, right? Sometimes you have to bring people along and condition them to what it is that you're selling. It's called product conditioning, right? So if a person doesn't immediately know that they want it, especially in a field like health products and health nutrients and supplements, if a person isn't motivated by the sight of the results, maybe it's not that important to them, or maybe they don't believe that the results could ever apply to them. So then you go deeper and you help bring that person around to the benefits of what you have. This type of marketing, you can use it on so many levels. I can't think of a product or a service that you couldn't use this for. If you get creative, you can sell anything. I'm telling you the tricks of how to market yourself and how to market your product. But you can relate this to anything. When you create or you identify a need and you drive that need and you find out what other needs are based from that need. For example, slim your waistline, get those inches back. You're also going to include the mental and the health benefits. Have a clearer mind, right? Feel less groggy. Get better sleep at night. Get motivated to exercise. Get your life back. These are all tools that you want to use in your marketing efforts if you're in these MLMs. I think they're great. I think where people get stuck is they just use the marketing tools that are available to them. And no disrespect to anyone who has come up with those marketing tools. I just think that there's another level that we forget to drive home, whether it's because we only focus on one aspect, which is the physical results of it. But there's always more to the story. So, again, I'm your host, Rezon Harris, for Building Better Brands, where we build better brands. Simply, I'm just trying to encourage quality entrepreneurial efforts. You know, I feel like we can do so much as a community of people if we own our own stuff. It's nothing against a 9-to-5. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't quote me as saying that. What I'm saying is that if you have a 9-to-5, maybe you also need to incorporate a 6-to-7, a 6-to-8, a 6-to-9, something that you can call yours, something that you are passionate about, something that if you get dropped from your company, from your business, that although it would hurt to have to switch a lifestyle up like that, you would have something that's already established, something that you can hand down to your children, something that you can hire some people. You can't be a boss if you're not employing people. So let's get motivated to start something, to finish something, to get it up and running. Be motivated by that. It's a challenge. Yeah, it's a sacrifice. We sacrifice sleep. We sacrifice events and friendships. And you don't sacrifice friendships, but you get what I'm saying. You sacrifice the time that you normally would spend doing these things, but it's all for the betterment of yourself and for your friends and your family. That's why we do it. Building better brands. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 3. Hopefully you learned something. I want you to go to www.lioninbrandinnovationgroup.com. I want you to download your free worksheet, your free branding worksheet. I want you to drop your email so we can stay connected. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to subscribe to the podcast. I want you to share the podcast. Let's encourage somebody to get out there and get their hands into some new things for 2018. And you know somebody who needs to start a business this year. Let's get them motivated. That's my resolution. Get somebody motivated about business.